Puka Nakua, what a game, 8 for 1.
Oh my God.
I mean, second round all time on 100 or more catches in 2 seasons. He missed a game and a half. He missed a game and a half, and he's over 100 catches.
God, look at the enthusiasm that he plays with 2KB. It's one of my Brian Wendell, the offensive line coach, I saw him before the game, and he said, one thing I love about Puka, he's very Gronk-like. Every day is a good day. Always optimistic. Has such a fun play style about him. You see it constantly with that connection between Matthew Stafford and the Birds. Incredible what they're doing.
No, it's interesting. You know, the Lions were firing on all cylinders. Remember they had that touchdown with 30 seconds left for Jameson Williams in the half. Well, since then the Rams have gone up 20-0 unanswered. They've come to life.
They come to life. It'll be really interesting to see if Coach Campbell sticks with this run game, which I think they need to do because they just don't have enough weapons in the pass game. Yeah, they have St. Brown. Yeah, they have Jameson Williams, but they don't have anybody else. So they're going to have to run it. I know there's an influence here as you end of the you can't really get it again.
Nice job on that one game. It's almost like they've conceded the big pass to stop Gibbs.
Yeah, I wonder if they should try some of those outside runs, try to get them to bring them over some catching motions, some toss plays, but the middle of the defense.
Performances expand the
beating blocks. I wonder if they should try to get outside near
only the most outstanding of players. We're going to rank you this elite fraternity. It's a Heisman Trophy winner. You're going to need more than luck. You must embody the characteristics displayed by those that came before you. Please make a class. If you can heed their advice, defy the odds, and rise to the challenge, your name will forever be followed by the word Heisman Trophy winner. And the winner of the 2012 Heisman Trophy is...
Stress out. I'll never remember all this. Relax, Rook. When things get intense, we get incense. What a nice cleansing surprise.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Holy man is back. Keep an eye on Judas.
This holiday season, get Fox Nation for only $2.99 a month.
The most local news in the Mid-South, now on Fox 15 with Frank Evans.
It's Christmas in Jack's Country, a time for Southern flair, where nuggets are hand-breaded, rolled and fried with care, with fries in the cheeseburger, such a satisfying meal, for just $6.99. The holiday steak, we're Jack's, and we're all about the South. I have something for you.
I have something for you too.
Drink GMC Holiday Fest. Get to the value of each dollar of this year at $15, plus get $3,500 off of vehicles. Meal. Professional grade.
You're just in size 2, right?
What size? It's Christmas in Jack's Country. The morning's so bright. Where flapjacks are flipping. Such a glorious sight. Merry Christmas in Jack's. You're all about the South.
We start the fourth quarter with the Rams up the line, 34-24. And you see that. Look at that. The Rams defense coming alive. Yes. When they're crazy the first half, that was just 5 yards in that third quarter. And now we step for a Puka Nakua. Now it's over. See what they're made of here. It was a big game for them to take time out. Great play. This defense is heating up there, man.
Yeah,
uninterrupted points of defense that's given out in the first half all year. This is Byron Young and Jared Bruce. They sat out here at halftime and just sat and thought. And then this is that, of course, after Puka their big play. These guys were getting oxygen on the sidelines because they were so jacked up. You just saw that right there.
Lions will call their first time out in the half.
First choice timeout. Detroit. 30 seconds timeout.
Timeout. We got a game break. Let's say that.
Let's do it again. 9 or 6, 30 ball, up 3. Will just pass to George. Kicker here's back. And the Niners exist in 31-10 Seahawks. Up 5-1 on the Seahawks. 13-12 in the attempt.
Niners continue on. Calls win Phil Rivers and Office Counts are players. Even at Seattle, it's one of the greatest regular season NFL scores. Meanwhile, 3rd and 7 for the Lions. Intercepted, it probably should have been. Jalen McCullough right in his hands. Couldn't make the play, but the Rams had it to stop.
Just Bruce racing all the way around, and the pressure by Jared Bruce right up the middle forces an ill-advised throw. Look at all the bodies. Tesla's coming from the left, St. Brown to the right. There's a team meeting of Rams defenders right there. I don't know what Goff is doing. That was very fortunate. I think an opportunity to punt on this position.
The Rams have forced 3 straight 3-and-outs against his Lions offense. Couldn't be stopped by first team. Back flip from Nation. It's going to be 2 takeover on the 20. Feeling good in the 4th and 8-1. Up by 10, trying to stay in that #1 spot.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Many people experience remission at 1 and even 2 years. Some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Tremfya now offers self-administration from the start. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
What's harder, picking plays or picking outfits?
Next question.
You gotta go twice as good. Pins go twice as far. Who's right responsible for your success?
Nah, but it tastes good. If you want a refreshing drink, straight obey your thirst.
All your friends open, yeah, it's a good time coming. Everything you want, it's right here, y'all. Everything you need, it's right here, y'all. You got the doors open, got the kids jumping, yeah, it's a good time coming.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can unplug for the day and enjoy the weekend. Save it. Or save the details. Turn points for free nights with IHG Rewards.
Get a large stuffed crust crust for $9.49 from Little Caesars. It has delicious breadcrumbs on the cheese stuffed crust that make it, what's the word?
It's crunch-tastic.
You read my mind, kiddo. Get a little price and stuffed crust for only $9.49. Little Caesars is the real deal pizza.
Sponsored by sponsor of the hour.
It's been a good atmosphere. You know, we got to thank Tom and this is outstanding. It's a great place to watch the game. This is one of the loudest Rams crowds I've heard in the games here. It's been cool. Especially the way this defense is playing.
It'll be really interesting to see how aggressive. I would say so far today, the base play calling has been very aggressive. A lot of play action pass, misdirection boots. Up 10, knowing the explosiveness of the Lions offense, I don't expect it to change too much. His run game has been very effective. Warren's averaging 4.6, Williams averaging 5. Still use these play action passes.
Meanwhile, tending to defensive line and Ray Fisk there, looks like they're retaping it. Let's see. Oh, wait, there it stepped on it.
Ouch. Boys, that's the land of the Giants in there. With their size 17 shoes and spikes that 3/4 inch deep, they're going to the turf.
He's been dealing with a hamstring injury in the middle of the just
Seeing the face. They try to run the inside seam. He's been so healthy all year, and you can just see him slow when that ball was kind of at the top of the arc. He's running, looking up, tracking the ball right there. Oh no, he knows it.
He's been limited in practice, just kind of nursing a hamstring injury for a couple weeks. And boy, I hope he's okay. Injury timeout.
I'm so pumped to see exactly
That's today.
No.
just he thinks we catch him. He's in full control.
I hope he doesn't have me.
Right, Walmart Express delivery can bring you 3 gifts as fast as that. Wow, Walmart is fast. Yes, I don't need this anymore. Get great gifts delivered in as fast as an hour. Walmart Express delivery.
Christina Lamb posted at McDonald's, thinking about how I had never had the snack wrap, and I'm devastated. Imagine how tasty the snack wrap for the very first time. Ranch was spicy.
He's a bell, he's a boy, he's bellboy. Hotels bringing joy, he's bellboy. Like up to 20% off. Thousands of hotels and all that other stuff I can't get into right now.
What do you think about T-Mobile? $35 a month. You need to take your mind off of this. Come check out my new band camp. T-Mobile's got whole internet, just $35 a month and guaranteed for 5 years.
Come on, Dad, Uncle David. We know this.
David.
David, our son. Very nice. Uncle David. Also our son. You know, don't forget 2 more days. You are my friend. You are special. You are my friend. You're special to me. You are my
There's only one in this wonderful world. You are special.
It's the NFL Christmas Day. 2 games on Netflix and prime time on Prime Video. Saturday matchups. All day Sundays and Monday night. The NFL holiday games.
Well, obviously, this is big ramifications for the Rams, not only today, but for their Super Bowl hopes. So Devontae Adams with a hamstring injury, and then Eric Allen, starting safety, that he was off for the Lions, too, at the end of that today. They're pretty super thin there. Adams came up short with a hamstring. Will kill back down to the Kennedy gets it, so the Lions will have it down by 10. Plenty of time to go. A lot of action going on. Let's check in with Bruce Thompson.
You just mentioned those injuries, Kev. This is not what Green Bay fans want to see. Michael Parsons trying to get to Bo Nix, pulls up right here, non-contact left knee injury. Green Bay saying questionable to return, was able to walk off the field, later that drive. Bo Nix throws his fourth touchdown of the day. This one is Troy Franklin. Broncos up 27-23 on the Packers.
That is a day that Patrick Mahomes got hurt to an incredible season.
In the NFL, keeping your players healthy and avoiding new injuries. Successes.
Makes his first catch. He hasn't played a lot of the games. He missed the last couple games. Good to see him in there for the 20.
Yeah, they need somebody to deliver outside of St. Brown and Williams and Rich Raymond, and it's Tesla. He's yeah, good sense by Goff, just again, not making a bad play. There's nothing open downfield, a little pressure on the right side. Injuries over, running the beats, they are trying. His hands offense. Been a lot different this year than last year. The pressure has been on him today. 67% of
Gibbs tackled immediately.
and the one thing you see, like in that example right there, Goff can feel it. So now it's catch throw. Then you don't allow your receivers to get down the field as much. And then that's when the field really starts to shrink.
Yeah, they're not as good last year.
Yeah, they just allowed for everything. In the run game, the pass game, playoffs, they had all the creativity. And this year, on that left side especially, Decker hasn't had quite this game over. A lot of seepage on that left side is possible.
Came over, made a big hit. So it's a 4th and 1, and obviously a lot of going to go.
They've been defending that edge very well. They haven't let any balls really get spilled to the outside. Finally, Gibbs great screen in the corner. You see the explosive speed. Just wondering if some horses and around speed sweeps can do the same thing without improving the entire offensive line. But move to the left, zone coverage. You're thinking it's going to be man. St. Brown finds the spot between Durant and the linebacker, and then Goff delivers it exactly where the defense is not. That is just high quality football right there. I don't care what you say. Those two elite players on the same page. That's just awesome.
Stabilizes inside linebacker position. They gave him a nice 3-year contract a few weeks ago. He's had a breakout year.
Now, landed the LFG player of the game about 10 weeks back. It's so exciting to give him that because he's just all effort. Not only is he physically very aggressive and strong, he's a very great processor This is the thought there on Spades, the linebacker. Here's Spades. Cologne's got him today. Lets him to the outside. The coach can't talk his way. Excuse me, this out to the outside. Again over there. Clean it up.
Down by 10.
Yeah, a lot of bodies in there. They all are dropping out in the zone coverage, but it's just not really clear for these linemen on this power play back to the left. With a block, Turner got penetration. Anytime you have pullovers and you get penetration into the defense vertically, you're going to disrupt the blocking scheme. That's exactly what happened there.
Here is Bates. Send it on the 48-yard try. Making it second game. Let's get to in there. And it's a one-score game here in Inglewood. Well, the NFL family is committed to advancing social justice by opportunity. Our players inspire change every day. And in that spirit, the Inspire Change Changemaker Award honors community members who are driving this work forward. Learn more at NFL.com/inspire change. So after 3 straight 3-and-outs, the Lions get something going. Boy, this was close. And a little fade going there. That was
Still hit the fairway.
was headed towards the woods. I know all about that. So. But the Lions will take it. 9 plays, 36 yards, make it a one-score game.
Yeah, just been awesome football all the way around today. Great quarterbacking, play calling. Solid defense. I feel like everyone's got to earn it today.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks have to make the throws. Receivers need to make really good routes and good catches. Play callers need to make the perfect call at the right time. And they've all seemed to really step up today to deliver a great offensive performance.
Catches 168 yards.
Yeah, he reminds me so much, and I dare to say it, Larry Fitzgerald. He does things on the outside part of the field in the slot. Incredible hands, right after catch. So smart, so very good out there. Yeah, he's good in the red area. He's just an all-around receiver. I know Larry Fitzgerald is on my Mount Rushmore of NFL receivers. Puka is showing so much to elevate himself. If he continues this for a long time, that's the type of player he is.
I say he was in. Maybe. Let's see what we got. Oh, my goodness. Is that, you got it.
Rolling on the field, it's a great pass.
2. I don't think he bobbled. I think it's a catch.
Unbelievable. Dino says yes.
Look at that.
2. Is that ball moving at all, Dean?
Well, that's the key. It looks like he has control. Movement versus loss of control. They moved it, he had it. He did get 2 feet down. Incredible.
Oh my God.
That was amazing. Picked up 9 yards and tried to watch me again. He was throwing it away. And they've been aggressive on Tyson out backside. Sam shoulder base. Balls just we stay in that moment.
Yeah, I think he keeps that 13 personnel package in there. Now that he's down, Devontae Adams actually encouraged. But this offensive line has got a lot of movement to the run game too much with Jackson, Avila, Shelton, Dotson, McLennan. You're kind of this Detroit defensive front. They're doing everything they can to stop the run. and you see, comes in a little high out of control. Cole reads it on the bounce, and the easiest place to get to for a running back is the perimeter. You give up the air, you spill it to the corner, that corner's got to come up and test it. These running backs do a great job of making a miss.
Next game, Seahawks, that one, Philip Rivers in the pool. Jason Myers will kick his 5th field goal of the day to give the Seahawks their first lead of the game, 15-13.
Rivers having off the couch 2-minute game-winning drive in Seattle.
It would be unbelievably epic. I want to know what he was doing last Sunday. Is what I want to know.
Not playing the Seahawks D.
Not up there and battling it out. Obviously, his relationship with Sam Shane Steichen was super important. Pretty amazing what he's done for himself. His team. This is just. Oh, that was right. Oh, no.
In a quarter where we saw Devontae Adams lead with a reactivated hamstring injury.
He's grabbing. Oh, man, maybe a cramp. I don't want to speculate.
Look at Nacua. It's a career high in receiving yards, 180 yards and 9 catches. And now Sean McVay just wants to see him get up. Rams fans hold their breath. Injury timeout.
Without fans, I would be injured. There would be no NFL. The younger generation brings a different energy. When I got drafted, I was learning things that wasn't of the norm. It's been a drastic change. They're curating their own style. They're expressing how they feel. They're pushing for it. Fan, like a pro, the NFLshop.com.
So what's it like being the fourth win?
That's when it's like you're demanding.
Like it here?
Logan Nacua had a little time off on the field now. Looks like he's getting some steam, but you don't know. You just always have to try to replace.
I just love the play calling of McVay. Stay aggressive. You're out Adams. You're out Nacua. Instead of just running it out 7, you're like, no, we're going to run a play action. They get bootleg. Get my tight end out there in space for Parkinson. And another touchdown for Parkinson. McNeil can't adjust to misdirection. And a great accurate throw by Stafford. Continuing to use everybody that's active in this team contributes. It's so exciting for the tight end rooms to play a big role, the running back rooms to play a big role. Obviously, the receiver, everybody's eating. What an offense.
Tell you what, Kobe Martin's just turned out a touchdown machine. He's got 6 touchdowns in the last 6 games. 2 today for Parkinson and the Rams. Back up to a 2-score game as the extra point attempt by Nevis. So we go downstairs to Aaron Andrew.
Kev, I think this is the best news you can hear about Puka Nacua. They're trading south, they're calling it just France. So thank goodness to that.
That is enormous. Thanks, Aaron. That's a big report. On a day that Devontae Adams goes down and doesn't look like anyone speculated, but didn't look great with a lingering hamstring injury. So this has been something else, right? I mean, Rams, we know they play Seattle on Thursday. Thursday. That's going to determine a lot here. But you could see if they're able to somehow get one seed, how difficult they would be to beat in this place.
Yeah, because you're in this dome and everything is so precise. There's no wind, there's no weather elements. It plays so well to this elite surgical passing game that the Rams have right now. They're utilizing all their tight ends, all their receivers, all their running backs. And this misdirection and the way that Stafford's dealing is just makes it impossible for these defenses to stop.
Yeah, it's been a clinic today, no doubt. But I think we've got to give credit to this Rams defense, right? They were shredded in the first half, this shootout going, and they've done a masterful job in the second half against the Lions. And well, the Rams doing what they do. They scored a 4-5 second half possession. Matthew Stafford's got 368 yards and 2 touchdowns. And so the Rams, with 4:49 left, up 14. Now, you got to do this real quick. Next Sunday, Justin Herbert and the Chargers take on the Cowboys. Jackson Broncos 2 on the road.
Yesterday,
Certainly in the second half of this Lions defense. That's Rams defense, excuse me. Now you get into these passing games where you're down 14 and you need all 5 eligible plays. I know we've harped on the loss of Laporta and they're just not getting much production outside of St. Brown, outside of Williams. Maybe it's Raymond, maybe it's Tesla. Production, they're certainly down 14, but 5 minutes to go.
Scott Bonney, Rose Gibbs, incomplete. And just a reminder of what's at stake. If the Rams win, they clinch a playoff spot. The Lions right now control their own destiny, but if they lose today, they don't anymore for the playoffs, and they're going to need some help to get in.
Yeah, they will need certainly a lot of help. They do so many things well. This injury bug has kind of bitten them last year, hit them this year on defense. Tough to see. We just wonder if this offense, these stars they have, can keep up with some of their injuries. It's a big challenge.
First second to be able to turn the channel. Now, first in the space, there's a close. Diggs. Tries to make the move. That great line. He gets a first down. Stays in bounds. The Rams taking down at the 49 as he got around Jalen McCollum.
Yeah, he's turned into a bit of a passing weapon, that underneath presence that you normally get from your tight end position. Jahmyr Gibbs has played that role. This is just called a snow route. Go up, you can break either way. Ground leverage and that is speed and the looseness to
We got a game break, Chris. What do you got for us?
Oh, man. Colts down 2. Blake Ruby comes out with this one through from the 16-yard route, you guys. Colts lead by 1 with 42 seconds left. Let's see what Sam Darnold can do. I'll keep you updated.
Oh, my God. Are you serious? Phillip Rivers and Blake Ruby from 60 in Seattle. It's not inside.
No. Don't tell Sean McVay that right now. He's already intense enough.
Oh, my goodness. That is awesome. The NFL. They keep it to those Lions. Super tough.
And this guy's electric on across the field. Williams on Forbes. Crossing route. Just using his speed to go horizontally.
Oh, he's tough to cover with that speed.
Oh my God. How do you stop him? I think it's going deep with that elite speed, and now he puts the brakes on, turns it into a deep comeback on the scramble drill. Great awareness on the sideline. He's gassed. Look at his chin's up. I need a breather. Hey, bro, you got no breathers in there. You got to get back in there.
I know it's been a same combination, but not much else. You saw Jameson Williams got 26 yards and a touchdown inside kick. It's trying to stay alive, stay in this game.
Yeah, I like the run, though. You just got to keep it a little off bounds. It also protects that offensive line a little bit because they're getting pass rush and they're going back in their stance all day. At least it gives them a chance to go forward a little bit. Just ridiculous. Draped all over his back, down inside. Out. Yeah, St. Brown a little bit gassed. It's just one-on-one with Ross. This is a curl route. I hate curl routes in the man coverage. And he's right there with that big body. And you don't see St. Brown as a big receiver, but he's so thick and wide, it's hard to run through, and he's got incredible hands. What a game he's had as well.
Low for 151 and 2. Good, still looks like he's ready to play. I told you about the cracks. Right now, the Lions going to score and stay alive.
And the blind pass defense of those safeties deep. They're forcing him to run it.
Wallace was there.
Yeah, it's a tough concept, those two crossing routes in the zone coverage. Williams running across. He knows he's got help on the other side with Wallace kind of falling off underneath that. Good job passing those crossers off. Man, they're doing everything they can to say run it. It's the situation you're in. Now you got Jameson Williams right there. Another great target here today. For that territory, you're going to score here, but you also away some completions in there. It's not down or nothing.
It's a lot of the intended receivers is on him, and it's 4th and goal.
Now that's the one guy they tried to incorporate a little bit more, made some decent plays in their last game, but one-on-one with the fade, you got to do better than that. He's a rookie. He's learning on corners. He's actually had a decent year in coverage. The usual suspects, St. Brown, St. Brown.
That usually works. One of them was along 29-yard line. They went down and scored, but this one, it's either do or die. Get this, and the game's essentially over.
I mean, if you are the Rams defense, you're saying anyone but St. Brown. Know where he's at. Construct him at the line. Make sure he doesn't get any clean releases. He's going to be the go-to player one-on-one. A little safety. They're going to throw the top of the screen.
Look at St. Brown's way. Incomplete. There he is. There's a penalty in the end zone, so hang on.
God, he's got a little safety help. Help to the inside, but he still gets beat outside. A little handsy, it's kind of a ticky-tack call. St. Brown falling anyway.
That's the first penalty on the Rams all day.
Yeah, big blitz, and then as Goff's releasing, one-on-one is a fingertip. Yeah, you're a quarterback, you tough it out. That's what you do. It hurts, but don't worry. It hurts tomorrow morning regardless whether you win or lose. May as well go win.
They get a score for the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and I don't think you should run the ball at all. You have 4 downs to throw it. You don't want to take any chances that this clock is going to be running with 2 timeouts left.
It's a deal in a wildcat situation
Patient and a bit risky. But I guess when you got that big bruising back, and you got this coach, who's a big bruising tight end himself, you got Cologne on the pull, and it goes right behind him. Man can't get Montgomery on the ground, even though it's a clean shot, good hard run. What element of toughness he brings to this offense.
So the Lions still in this thing with 2:42 to go. That was key with only 2 timeouts because they get a 2-minute warning and they can kick off and play defense here. First the extra point by Bates, and it's up and good. And so it's a 7-point game. And we have another game, Rick. Chris, you're keeping us busy with that Seattle-Indy game, I'm guessing.
Well, here you go. Exactly. Seahawks down 1. Jason Myers gets his 6th field goal of the day. This one from 56 yards. Philip Rivers didn't have the chance to be the hero, you guys. But unfortunately for Philip, he's intercepted by Kobe Bryant. The Seahawks hang on to win this one 18-16. Yep.
How about the kickers? 60 yards for Indy and then 56 for Seattle to win it. And now this NFC West is it's so good. Seattle, the Rams, and San Francisco can beat everyone and anyone. So the Rams, if they hold on today, they're going to still be at first. They beat Seattle when they played on the year, but they play on Thursday, which certainly could be for the #1 overall seed when it's all said and done.
Sure is. When you look ahead to that, this game certainly isn't over yet. They got some good offensive football that are going to need to play to close this out. But it's a good turnaround regardless. And going up to Seattle without probably Devontae Adams, a big, tall task. But if there's anyone up for this task, it's Sean McVay in this offense.
Now the question is Calvin Shepard's defense what's stopping it?
Absolutely. They're going to send all those bodies in the front. Again, there's probably a lot of that 13 is a tight end. If they play some man coverage, they love their tight end safeties that are depleted in the line secondary. But that'll probably come down to a second down play action pass. I would expect them to hand it off, let it go to a 2-minute warning and see if the Lions are going to call a timeout.
Bates on the kickoff, puts it in the end zone. Take an 8 from their 35. So the Lions have the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts. Have to find a way to get off the field. The Rams, look at that. McCoon's coming back on the field. That's great news for them, as Aaron told you, cramps. Here's the deal. Rams have 501 yards of offense. 10 more and they'll win the game, basically.
Absolutely. God, I love football. And I love offensive football. I love good quarterback play, good scheming, and I love good, tough, hard-nosed defense, too. We'll see. Kind of giving up 41. Kelvin Shepard definitely doesn't feel good about the performance of this team. All he needs is one stop to give his offense a chance.
Okay, whistles. It looks like the Lions will call their second timeout.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm going to try and get a stop, call the second timeout, then you get a 2-minute warning, and if you make the stop, you get it back with essentially 2 minutes left. That's how they're going to play it. But I guess you said they got to make the stop.
Got to make the stop. There's not a great man-to-man matchups, and that's the challenge right now with this kind of personnel grouping the Rams have on the field. They haven't stopped Stafford much today. He's got 368 yards passing, 101 rating. I would just expect the Rams to hand the ball off here on second down. They've been leaning on this defensive front all day. Go right back to the right side of this. touchdown. That's huge. It's just they can't solve these double teams. It's called the duo run. Two guys here working back and all the leaning on that body. Look at that little hole to the backside A gap between the backside guard. Great job by Ferguson pushing Hallett through the hole there. And Byron, as he's done all season, finds any crease, doesn't stutter his feet, good shoulder lean, such an efficient runner. Man, this offense is tough to stop.
And so the Rams will try and run it out when we come back. First and 10, 2 in the morning.
Design you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Celebrate the holidays. Get 0.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $22.50 purchase allowance on select Buick Enclave models. Versace Eros for men. Macy's, the fragrance destination.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a Capital One cafe close by? There's no fees or minimum, so your money stays. Most cafes are open all 7 days. What's in your wallet? I'm pretty loyal. Started at the Walmart with the same guy. I shoot from the same spot. What's up, Kurt? Every time. So you can imagine how good something's got to be to get me.
No matter your plate or on your mind, the UPS store wants to guarantee this holiday season has more. Plus, with our pack and ship guarantees arrive safe or your money back, which is sure to guarantee more. For every win-win holiday, the UPS store has your back. Visit the UPS store to get a 20% off packing coupon today.
Today's Show on Fox is sponsored by Kombat. The Fire awaits. And by Yes. Playoff picture right now. If the Rams win this game, they'll leapfrog and get the number 1 seed momentarily. They play Seattle Thursday. That's a monster game. The Packers are losing in Denver. A lot of time to go in that game. And with lack of change, keep putting the point. The NFC is so good. Here's the deal. The Lions going to stop it. What time do they do that? 25 seconds. Here. And again, if they stop these next 2 plays, that 25 seconds.
Yeah, just expect that's exactly what the Rams are going to do. Kind of middle the defense and obviously protect the football. No turnovers. If you end up putting the ball back to your own 10-yard line, or excuse me, the Lions' 10-yard lines, 90 yards. I've seen a lot of miracles in the NFL. I've been very tough to overcome that one. That'll be hard.
And so that's what Sean McVay's looking at. What can he do to get one more first down to try and seal the Rams' 11th win of the season?
Now, what a resilient game by the Rams as well. Starting off the game with a good drive. Stafford throws the pick on the screen. Defense doesn't come up with a stop. Now, they're kind of giving up that 4th down play before the half to the Lions. They go down and score. Doesn't look very good at halftime. Got a great way to come out in the second half and deal with this Lions offense. Makes it
Third and 5 o'clock.
Let the clock run. Milk it, milk it. That's what I do on the sideline. That could be, as the grandson of a farmer in Minnesota. Milk it, milk it, milk it.
That's what they're going to do.
Yep.
Joined us. It's been a shootout. It's been a lot of fun. The Rams were down this game, and they went off in the third quarter, 17 unanswered there. Their defense got 3 straight stops of the Red Hot Lions offense to take control of the game. And where we stand right now, it comes down to this final play. Minute 9 to go, Rams up a touchdown. Lions are out of timeout, so first down ends it. And if not, Detroit will get it with 5 seconds left. Again, for those of you just joining us, let's get used to speed. It's been a really fun game. The Lions got out on St. Brown Park. He's got maybe from 12 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Rams have done pretty great work in the air, too. 2 touchdowns for Tony Parkin. So this is the bad news. The Montana re-injury, that hamstring, that's a problem. We don't know. We'll see how that is going forward. We're going to close that loss today. 9 catches, 181 yards. That's a career high for him. He's in there right now. Third down, Rams first down ends it. If not, the line will have a little bit of hope left. They're going to give it to the crew. On the 3 left. He's not going to get there. The clock is inbounds.
Yeah, you're trying to get the ball to the edge and maybe spring them free on a misdirection. Lions defense doesn't go for it. Now they'll just let it go all the way down, whether they use their timeout or not, take the delay. Probably just use the timeout with 1 second and try to pin it back. Inside the 10-yard line, and a long ways to go for the Lions offense.
Jared Goff and his homecoming.
Trying to get them off sides.
Yeah. Every once in a blue moon. Every once in a blue moon.
We're not calling for that one, Matthew.
We gotta go back to something that America needs to know. You're just talking about milking the clock, and grandfather was a farmer.
Yeah.
Did you milk cows back in the day?
I did. It was one of the favorite things I did as a kid. My grandpa would take me out to Minnesota. In Waterville, Minnesota, there was about 200 people in my mom's hometown. And it's a highlight in the summer to go out there and catch sunfish with my uncles and then milk the cows first thing in the morning with my grandpa. Little did you know. I'm just surprised that you know this.
I know you pretty well now, and I did not know that. And I can't wait to see the headlines tomorrow. It's the Rams on Rams maintain 1 seed, Brady milk cows.
Go into the creamery and scoop some of that cream right up the top of the pasteurization. It's awesome. Man, oh my God. I was in heaven.
So great. All right.
Come on.
Lions waiting back, looking for a miracle. Gets it out. Good. That was at the 1-inch line into the end zone with just 13 seconds left. That was such a high kick, it wasted a good amount of time. So I don't know what kind of Stanford band plays Dan Campbell has, but you're going to need everything you got to go 80 yards in 13 seconds.
A lot of desperation here. Everyone prepares these. Every offense has plays for, call it desperado, a catch and a bunch of laterals. And then usually on defense, you put your 11 best tacklers out there. Which they've got a lot of good tacklers on this defense. They don't have to change much.
Sunday Night Football by Vikings and Cowboys come over to NBC 8:22 kickoff there. First the finale here, 13 seconds left.
We got to fight this. We got to get in. We got to. We got to. We gotta make it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Me.
Okay, so this story time basically is something else, but basically this happened to me about a year ago. I was living downtown at this time. I was a little hurt in this time. I was going through a lot of stuff. And basically, I was talking to this boy. Me and this boy, we weren't together and we weren't thinking about being together either. We were just buddies. We were just like friends, you know, people who used to be on the phone all the time, talking to each other. But we weren't really nothing serious. It was just more like.
What that mean? What that mean? Well, this just go to show you this generation. Like, the whole point of this video is like, this shows me how generations have changed. Because just me thinking about when I was in middle school or high school, it was harder to get females, especially to be intimate with you. You had to work a little more. This generation, this story tells it all. Shows you how easy it is. Like, it's just, you don't have to put forth no effort to get women these days. And it's crazy how society has changed. But we're going to get to our story, man. I need y'all to subscribe to my other channel, man. The person that comments first and most until we get 1,000 subs, we'll win $500. Also, when we hit 100K on this channel, I will be doing a $25 giveaway, man. Hey, y'all don't want to miss that. It might be more. Like I said, just join the live. When we hit 100K, it might be more. Y'all gonna get blessed. Just believe that. You feel me? One day, sooner or later, you gonna get blessed. You feel me? Also, I will be doing a party in my city, man, Birmingham, Alabama, when we hit 100K, man. We're gonna bring the city out to a good time. You feel me? Make sure y'all pop out. If you sideways fly out. If you're in the city, walk out. If you're close by, drive out. You feel me? Just come to the city. We're gonna wake it up. We're gonna turn it up. You feel me? We're gonna have a great time. And if you see me, make sure you say something. Let me know if you're subscribed. I might have something for you. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, hold on.
What I love her reaction. Yeah, man, we got this chick, Gigi. I don't know where she done left YouTube. Yeah, man, I don't know what happened. But yeah, we get to the story time. Yeah, let's get into it, fam. Look at those next on video road to 1 million subs, man. Let's get to it.
We're happy together. But basically what happened was I was always going to his house, right? I was always seeing him, but one day he got the car and he wanted to come see me, right? He wanted to come slide, we would come see your girl. And basically I thought I was just going to see him. I thought it was just going to be like a regular day where I was just gonna see him, go talk a little, do some stuff, whatever. But no, she could pull up to my house.
She wanna do some stuff, y'all, friends. Okay, she wanted them type of. Alright, now when I was young, I ain't gonna lie, when I first I can't even say that because I had to give like a million stories, but we had these type of friends before growing up. You feel me? Like when I first joined the Navy, I had like a little, because I stayed on the boat. You feel me? Because I'm like, my first couple years I was on the boat because I don't make enough money to really go out and get an apartment and stuff. And I'm not going to be staying in an apartment with 5 people. So I had this little, no lie. This is story time for me. So I had this little snow bunny, right? No lie, bro. I clapped her the first night I met her. No lie. She gave me a key to her house. No cap. I got to get her out. And every literally go over there just to clap. We never went out. None of it. You hear what I'm saying? But eventually, she was like, oh, I want to do this. I want to get. And y'all already know how I feel about these. So, you know, dang, well, ain't no relationship. I'm like, extra, though, you feel me? But that was the last of that I heard of her. Yeah, that's what you're talking.
Like, can I come in? I was like, no, because no boys was allowed in my house, right? I didn't let no boy ever into my house. I never had friends come over. I never had boys come over. Nothing, nada. I would always go over like another boy's house. It wasn't like niggas was coming, throwing out my door or some shit like that. No. I mean, I was about to have company, but your girl didn't want company. Your girl wanted to explore other places and see other things. So basically, he came through and your girl got ready, was looking all cute and shit like that. And I come downstairs and I see him. And he's like, I'm here, blah, 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 I'm right there. This is what my car looks like. Make sure you don't get into my car or whatever. I'm like, all right, bet. Because I was scared. Like, my heart was beating. Like, it was beating so shit. I'm scared. Because, like, I'm a shy person. Like, I'm not, like, out there. Like, I'm not, like, a blunt person when it comes to, like,
Excuse me? You're reading wrong. Put these. Show me your book. I'm going to take a picture of it. Now it's going to scan it and read it. So you sit here with one foot. I don't want to be the girl who fights for a man. I don't want to measure my worth in stolen moments and whispered compliments. But when one of them touches his arm and he lets her, he pulls her aside for a walk in the garden and comes back flushed and smiling.
Talking to boys, talking to men. I'm more like, if you snap at me, I'll for sure snap at you like the full back. I'm not about to just, oh, he's being mean, let me shut up. No, I will snap the full back at you, period, no hesitation. But when it comes to being nice and all that, making another nigga smile, feel some type of way, that's not my cup of tea. I don't really do none of that. Because
we don't have to be black. She just said nigga. And Mexican, Hispanics, they qualified to say nigga, you feel me? But when you hear Hispanics say most likely they messing with a white dude. And this story just screams a nigga. You feel me? Because that's something I would have in that day. Let's keep listening to it.
I never know what to say. My flirting is being a little mean. But basically, we come in the car basically, and I sit there and I'm like, okay. We're sitting in the front of my apartment, like, well, not the apartment, but the side of the apartment. We're sitting there, and I'm just like, okay, what are we finna do? Like, what's finna happen? And he's just talking, asking me how my day was, what I've been up to, so on and so on. And I was like, I'm good, whatever. So, house question. Do you want to go in the back seat? Beware, it was.
Now, we're gonna talk about the back seat. So first, we hear you went and got all cute and all of this, like he taking you out on a date. You went and got cute for him to ask you. You want to go to the back seat? So you went and got cute for back seat action. You might as well should have did nothing. Because he didn't have no intentions on taking you anyway. Because any guy who asks you a question like that know what type of time you want. Know how they view you. You hear what I'm saying? Straight up.
Still fucking light outside. It was probably early afternoon. Beware, it was still fucking light outside. It was probably early afternoon, probably winter switch. I'm like, not really. Because I'm not the type of person to have sex during the day. And your shit is intensive. I'm not finna get quiet with it. No, we're not about to be that weird people who make the car shake. No, I don't want to do that.
Make the car shake.
But basically, I go back there. And
what? So you said all of that, and then just to say, I go back there. She just said, no, I'm not going back there. Well, I'm not going to be those weird people that make the car shake. But you don't go back there. Typical thought activity. Don't be the ones who take it out. You know, I've never done this before. Why? How many niggas you told that?
And he's just like, you gonna do some shit. I'm like, no, I don't want to do nothing. No, it's light outside. You should be right here at night because that shit popping, but no, I'm sorry. That shit lame. It's hot outside. What are you doing? And he was like, come on, please. And but he was just like, come on, your shit is bomb. Like, your head is bomb as fuck. And I'm like, I knew that. I mean,
something wrong with this shit, brother. That's something all guys say when they just try to get some head in there. Like, come on, man, that ain't good, man. And you fell for it. She's a proud body. You fell for the brother. Oh my God, this is crazy.
My head is bomb as fuck. I know. It's unresistible. Like, I do it once, you want to come back for round 2, round 3, round 4. Keep it going. But, basically.
Round 2, round 3, keep it. So he said we're going to come back. Well, honestly, like, any guy going to keep coming back if you allow them to. Like, why wouldn't they? Even if it ain't that good, if a dude bored, they're like, come on, we can go to her house. Come on, man.
I do it, right? And I keep doing it, right? And it's happening. And this nigga has the audacity. An easier way to get that LLC next to your business name. Say hello to Taylor Brands. Just go to explode into my mouth. Bro, when I tell you, I was finna swallow, but that shit was like, I fuck with that nigga. Like, I was so disgusted. I almost went to shit. I should throw up.
His buddy was mad. She threw up on me. Nah, that's crazy.
To throw up again. And I looked at him again. He looked back at me. And I looked at him like, what the fuck is this? He was like, I don't know. I knew what it was. I knew what the fuck it was. Like, I was.
You know what it was?
I was hurt. I felt some type of way. Like, why would you do this to me? I told you multiple times, don't ever explode in my mouth. My mouth. Like, that shit is nasty. Like, some girls do that. Some girls take that shit for the team. But this girl right here is not taking shit for the team. Period. You better explode somewhere else. Like, here. But I'm here. Like, this shit, that was nasty. That was the most nastiest experience ever. I was disgusted. And let me say this right now. After that shit happened, I clicked his number, block. I clicked his Snapchat, block. I clicked his Instagram, block. I blocked that nigga on everything. I was so disgusted.
Dang, brother lost his gobbler, bro. I bet Buddy was hurt. He lost his gobbler. Gobbler 3000. Right? She gobbler. Hey.
And ashamed. Like, I was so embarrassed too. Like, that shit was so nasty. Like, how can you do that to somebody? How can you do that to somebody? Like, that's like the nastiest shit that has ever happened to me. Besides, I think I did another nasty story time, but like, that's like the nastiest. I've never thought about anybody since then, you know. I never even had that experience, and I don't think that shit will ever happen again. But that shit was foul. Like, why? Excuse me, it shit was foul. But that was the end of the story time. It was a quick one. It wasn't nothing big.
Yeah. Oh, girl, tweaking. What she at? I ain't gonna lie, she funny. I think she a little slow, but she need to come back to the YouTube, you feel me? Because she seems like she got the personality for it. You know what I'm saying? It seems like she got the personality for YouTube. Well, girl, tell me what y'all think about her story time. She did one more money. Yeah, tell me what y'all think about story time and see you guys next video. I'll just remember we said let's keep it.
Here they go, yo.
We have a Latina, spicy Latina, who says she is done dating black men. We have to cover this because it's going viral. Give my 2 cents, and we're gonna take a look at her. And you guys tell me, is she making any sense or not? All right. But before we get to that, you already know. You guys already know that my Discord was suspended in April. I have a website called fatality.com. My latest video is called Inside the Mind of a Pro. We go in and interview a woman agency, all right? And it's not looking good for them out here. Also, Discord is here. Link is in the description box. And I have an experimental video, and you guys let me know if y'all want me to produce it or not. It's called An Eye for an Eye. There's a woman out here in Brazil who popped one of my homeboys. And I told her, I said, if you want to see me again, you're gonna need to bring one of your bad friends. You need to send her my way. All right? I gave her an ultimatum, an eye for an eye. And that woman came over yesterday and looks better than the one that I was dealing with. I'll show you guys the receipts on that. Let me know in the comment section. But let's play the video. Let's look at Shorty here.
I'm so over dating and just dating black men. Like black men just can't get my time no more. I've been black men my whole life, and honestly, it has gotten me absolutely nowhere but fucked.
So basically, if this go to her, she said basically, hey, these black men, they doing nothing but smashing me out. Let's take a look at her Instagram. So you can see, all right, this is what brothers want. This is the quintessential thick Latina. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be fair and balanced. This is, so she's cute, decent, definitely can get it. Anything crazy, but to guys, I know you guys are going nuts over that in the US. Okay, she has a cute face. If you notice, you have to always pay attention to what you don't see with these women. She had a lot of pictures of her just on her face, which tells you that she's not necessarily confident. She's a little overweight, but she barely squeaks by as far as I'm concerned. So of course, brothers are just gonna see that thick butt, them thick legs, and they're just gonna pound town. Nothing else, nothing serious. Let's continue.
It is just BS. I'm so over y'all. I started dating Asian men out of nowhere. I literally was dating an Asian man for a whole week. We went on dates straight. Courting, gentleman, just everything. Older, established. Like, these black men on the internet, they got it so good. They got it. You swear they got it. The moment you have the risk of money, it's a problem. This, that.
So there it goes. It's always about money, and things have changed significantly since I was in the United States. You guys know I haven't been in the US since 2010. All right. I dated a lot of Latinas when I was in San Antonio. I had my way out there. Okay, I never had asked me for money, but what we're having now, what we're seeing in this new generation of females, even though having XCX is a mutual thing, she's getting pleasure out of it, you're getting pleasure out of it, she still feels the need to get moved. So she's gonna want money. She's gonna test you and ask you to send her cash. Right? And she's getting upset that these guys are flexing on the internet. They probably do have money, but they're like, I'm not gonna send you anything. Because what are you gonna do to what's the ROI? Okay? And that's what these women don't understand. Let's let her finish.
Why are you out here flexing, but you can't even give me $1,500 off the rent? When I asked you, oh, man, can I have $1,500? Oh, excuse me.
$1,500 off rent. $1,500 off rent. That's what she's saying. She wants $1,500. Hey, I'm just gonna casually send you a text message. You didn't pop me a couple times. I'm gonna ask for $1,500. I'm telling you guys now, if you're in my Phantasm group, I do a box budget, and I do the line. How much money did I spend on extracurricular activities? How much money did I spend on Ubers? We tally it up, and it's less than $1,500. Now people are asking me, how many chicks do I meet in a month? Do I want to say that on YouTube? I will give you a ball. It's more than 13 and 20. And that's how many chicks come see me per month. And it's still less than $1,500. I mean, but and I'm doing the most out here. Okay, like today's Saturday, I'm burnt out. That's why I'm creating this video. I got nothing else to do. I'm just trying to recuperate. But she just wants $1,500 off of the bill. Not happy.
Oh yeah, I'm sending this to him. Oh yeah, I got you. He never sends it. Then something came up and blah blah blah. Like what? I can't ask you for $1,500. Babe, my 2 car seats in the back together are over $1,000.
2 car seats in the back. So you're a single mom with 2 kids. Okay, now let's go back and let's take a look at her Instagram. Okay, so she does have a daughter, but it looks like a daughter here. So this is what brothers see. They're looking at your IG. Okay, they're looking at them juicy lips, and they're saying, "Yo, this is an easy sloppy toppy session. This is a whole site sloppy toppy." Okay, they see the kids, right? And they see, okay, she's not really posting any pictures of her body, so she's probably a little bit on the thicker side. She has a cute face. So this is just a smash down. Take it to the Chili's, take it to a decent restaurant, and then it's smash down when we get back there. But as far as like sending money and putting her on the payroll, not happening. And y'all tell me if I'm off base on this, okay? Let me see, she got a video here of them legs. This is how them legs look.
Beautiful, right? They are her. She begs for chillax. She gets paid when she sells and gets cash back on everyday purchases. Drink smarter this season. Do Giants.
Yo, CEO, Joey. I heard the competition finally matched our 2,000x multiplier better. Unacceptable. I want 10,000x right now for our users. I said no! Yo, give all our new users a free $10 while you're at it too. Step it up. 10,000 times your money on better picks all along. Download it now. Download the Better app today and get a free $1. Plus, earn up to a $200 bonus on your first deposit.
This sound. Let's turn the sound down, okay? Because we ain't trying to get no. Okay, so she ain't got them legs. Nothing too crazy. This is like a little roundaway joint. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what unfortunately happened. Come with me to have a medical abortion. So she's having an abortion. So she's been wrong. Okay? She got 2 kids already. And she's about to have an abortion. The men with paper, they see all of this. They're looking at all this. You have 2 kids already. You popping, then just raw out here, getting skated on, right? You got 2 car seats in the back, and we're supposed to give you 1,500 off rip? No, that's not happening.
Can't ask you for 1,500. What am I gonna do with you? Passing the CEOs, passing the men who want to have a wife and children.
The CEOs are never coming. The men with money are not coming. And if they do come, they're just going to literally come and they're going to be out the door. Unfortunately, because if we look at the total product here, this is just giving smash down energy, a quick smash down. Like, I'll be honest with you, right? I keep it a buck. If I was in Dallas, Texas, right, and I had this thing there for an extended amount of time, I had nothing going on, I would go after this and just tear it down. It'd be a quick tear down, off rip. All right, and that's what it is. Okay, and y'all tell me if I'm off base or not.
And I'm home. Like, not all this flexing in the club every weekend, not all this BS. I'm so good. I'm so over it. Like, please, keep it over there. Stop approaching me. Thank you.
So yeah, stop approaching me. She just got an abortion. She's been getting smashed down. Like, this has nothing to do with black men. Okay, black men are looking at what's available on their social media and we're coming to the conclusion that this is a quick smash down session. Am I off base on this, yes or no? Please let me know in the comment section. Now let's move on. All right, shout out to Chad Charday. This is another issue that I have. You have a lot of fear mongering going on in the United States. Black men are now on the chopping block. Okay, what she's doing in this video is that she's trying to scare black men. Now let's go through this and pick her arguments.
Oh, black men, it is your time to shine now. It is your time to shine now. Y'all are now on the chopping block. If you think you was walking on eggshells then, oh sweetie, it's about to be a different ball game now. If I was you, I would get the fuck off the internet and get my shit together immediately.
So, as I continue to play this video, you guys tell me if you believe that she is legitimately concerned about the welfare of black people. These are the same types of women who celebrate when you become a quote-unquote passport girl and you go overseas and something happens, somebody gets scoped, somebody gets drugged, somebody gets robbed, and you post it online in ways of awareness. This is the type of female who will be laughing at you. Right away.
The fact that this story got national coverage like that, especially from the White House, and this racist bigot is holding up a sign next to a little pretty fragile white woman.
So what she's talking about is you have this savage on the right, who I believe stabbed and killed the white girl on the left. If you are a black man and you are well-to-do and you're not causing any issues, you have nothing to worry about. I would just say that the way it is. You have nothing to worry about. But what they want to do is they want to stir up trouble on the internet and they want to try to scare you.
With a scary black man to the right?
He's a criminal. He's a criminal, allegedly. Most well-to-do black men are criminals. We understand that there's some savagery that goes on in the U.S. And if Donald Trump wants to highlight the dysfunction in the black community, let him do it. But don't get on here acting like black men are now on the chopping block as if we didn't have any issues before this happened.
Oh, baby, they about to give y'all hell out here. Y'all black conservatives, that shit is gonna go in the window.
Look, so now it's getting political now. So hey, black conservatives, if you're a conservative black male, this right here is directed towards you. So what's your solution, man? We should all be Democrats. Hey, you guys know I don't really get too political on this channel. I don't. But I will tell you that there is a zero possibility that I would ever vote for. Zero. And if you look at the switch from black men voting conservative this last election, the trends are changing. The guilt tripping, like trying to guilt trip men to vote Democrat, they tried that with Obama. Hey, Obama, Obama was trying to guilt trip black men. You guys should follow the black woman and vote Democrat. And then you try to don't shame anybody for voting a certain way. Like, I never get on here and shame anybody for voting Democrat. I don't give a shit. But when you try to shame conservatives and all that type of stuff, it's always them. Hey, fall in line, black men.
It's gonna go out the window. No one cares who you voted for. They are specifically targeting you.
Sharing 4 new Android features to make your life even easier. Sometimes you want to watch a video, but
they are specifically targeting black and brown people.
They're not targeting black and brown people. They're targeting criminals, which don't happen to be black. We can make a distinction. Okay? Unfortunately, but that's the reality that we live in. Okay? They got white criminals too. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay? In high places. Look at Epstein, for example, which that's a subject for another video. There's a lot of debauchery going on, a lot of cover. But there's criminals on both sides.
Especially after this story. And I'm gonna tell you how I know it's serious. This is an immigrant. She's not even American. Remember, Americans didn't care about immigrants. They told everybody to take their ass back to where they belong, and all of a sudden, a scary black man unalive. This is our team, and it's a big, huge fucking deal.
It's a big deal because it was on camera, and millions of people saw it. So they always try to make things about a race issue when they're not. And as Black people, we should call out people in our own community who do dysfunctional shit. We should call that out. And we should, on the flip side, we should call out the bullshit, and we should also praise the good shit too. But unfortunately, negative news says. Okay?
Because it's always a big, huge fucking deal when something happens to them. When something happens to us, they slip under the rug. Which is why sundown towns still exist in America.
Where are these sundown towns that exist in America? Somebody please tell me. Where is a legitimate sundown town in the United States? And don't say Vidor, Texas, because I've been there. Do Black people actually believe that if you are in a sundown town in 2026, somebody gonna touch you? I'm just asking the question.
Because no one gives a fuck about Black lives.
Black people don't give a fuck about Black lives either. If we look at you have a criminal organization called Black Lives Matter that stole millions of dollars from Black people, and they're under investigation. Black people don't care about Black lives. Okay, so we have to start caring first before we are concerned about everybody else.
No, we are the Africans. But you know why? Nobody give a fuck about our lives? Because we got cool ass ninjas up here.
Of course. So that's really what it's about. Hey, if you go conservative, you're cool, you're sellout, you know what I'm saying, you hate yourself. Unfortunately, with some of these folks, nobody can critique Black people. Nobody can critique Black folks. You cannot critique them. And that's where I have an issue. You cannot call out any dysfunction in the Black community because you're automatically going to be labeled all the time a sellout. You cannot call it out. It's like a mafia. Okay? You're cool. You're a sellout. You hate yourself. Your mama's Black. You can't date outside your race. You have women on the internet right now. I don't have the video in front of me that is basically is trying to push an agenda about who Black men should date. You hear it all the time. If I ever find out that the man that I'm dating, a Black man, has had a white girlfriend, then he's dead to me. They cannot stand it now that if you, as a Black man, have dated a white woman in the past, it boils their blood. But meanwhile, on the other side, they celebrate when Serena Williams and Venus Williams marry white men. They celebrate the shit. But when you do it, it's a problem. There's no celebration. They're trying to bring the pitchforks out. And I saw this too. And you guys remember when they said, this is what really pissed me off with these sisters. When they celebrated the death of Kobe Bryant, I remember that vividly. All the Black women on the internet were celebrating when Kobe Bryant passed away. They were celebrating because he didn't marry a Black woman. And they were like, we're all that money that he made throughout the NBA and with Nike is going to a non-Black family. So F Kobe. That's what they said. That was strike one. Strike two was when
you just so procrastinated. We both know you should have been trying to help. Okay, the business will take care.
All these sisters were celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels because he critiqued Black women in the most professional, cordial way as possible. Was he perfect? No. But he had legitimate issues and legitimate points. And he took time out of his day to talk to all these sisters. And when he passed away, they celebrated in the streets. You had celebrities celebrating when he passed away. That's what this group of people does when somebody you disagree with, somebody you don't see eye to eye with, and that person is black, then all of a sudden they wish death on you. They wish death on the passport, bro. If you go overseas and you show that you're in Thailand having a good time, they hoping and praying something bad happened to you. They hope you go to Colombia, you have a great time. They're hoping and praying that you die in Colombia, so they can celebrate and see and wag their finger and say, see, I told you. This is the same group. Am I making points? So there's a war in the United States going on. It appears to be some type of gender war. And then you have a lot of, on top of that, you have a lot of sister girls that are trying their best to put ninjas back on the plantation through guilt tripping. Don't fall for it. And don't fall for this Latinas BS either. Okay? So, that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. We have a Mexican mommy from Miami that has a problem with the passport rules. She's calling y'all broke. We're gonna go through her video. I'm gonna dissect it. I'm gonna tell you everything that she's saying was wrong, because we know that we're not broke. How is the most upwardly mobile group of men broke? We're gonna go over that. And I'm gonna provide also some new concepts for you guys to understand. Okay, but before we do that, you guys know that my Patreon was suspended. So I created my own website called phantasm.com. Link is in the description box. My most recent video, how much money did I blow on boxes, dates in October? I did not want to do this video because it's embarrassing. October was my most expensive month. So I lay out all the details in there. How many girls did I meet? How many dates did I go on? And we had a donkey of the month, the chick who was acting out of pocket, and we have an honorable mention as well. So I show all the videos, all the receipts for that. Also, check out my Discord as well. And this is my budget for. Let me just say that. And also check out the Discord. Okay, it's free to join. Phantasm is free to join this Discord as well. Okay, it's free to join. Phantasm is free to join as well. But let's get to this Mexican mommy. Now, before I say anything up front, she's sexy to me. She's attractive to me. But I do not like what's coming out of her mouth. And that's really what the problem is in the United States, is that the hardware is there sometimes, but the software is all out of line. I think that's the biggest problem that a lot of guys are facing. But let's listen to what she has to say.
Video about this passport bro guy on Instagram, right? Showing like a little vlog of him taking his girlfriend out on a date. He started off the video by taking out like $80. He was showing how he's spoiling his girlfriend, right? Like he got her like a lash service and like nails. And then he said, oh, I'm gonna test her after I did all this for her, to taking her on a date to 7-Eleven. She's like, oh, I love it. You do so much already for me. And inside the 7-Eleven was like actually like a restaurant, like a club inside, and it was like a cute little club. My thing is, when I commented this on my video, I'm like, and also he spent $80 on a date, like $80, like, and I.
Because she has a problem with him spending $80, and she says, hey, he spent $80 on a date. He must be broke. But here is the reality, and this is the first concept that I want you guys to understand. All right, when you're traveling overseas, you have to look at the beauty to dollar ratio. Beauty to dollar ratio. Beauty to dollar ratio. Because what are men looking for? We're looking for beauty. We're looking for femininity. We're looking for cooperation. We are looking at the visual appeal of the woman. That's what we want. And women want resources. We get that, right? So what is the beauty to dollar ratio? How much quality are you getting in return for your investment? In the United States, we can all agree that the ROI is low. You can go overseas and you can get an attractive woman and you can only spend $80 on a whole day's worth of activities. And she's gonna be happy, she's gonna be satisfied about it. But you can't do that in the United States. That's why she's upset.
I get all this from men in the US and Miami, like you guys are just broke and don't date beneath your means in the United States, so you guys go to be able to afford the women that you want to date instead of working hard to afford the women you want to date in the United States, right?
There you go. There you have it. So that's her argument. Taking the cheap way out. You're taking the cheap way out by, instead of working on yourself in the United States, instead of working on yourself, you're going overseas. And because you're broke. Or, this is what I believe, and here's where she's wrong. What these men are doing is reallocating resources. They're reallocating their resources. Hey, instead of taking you out with overinflated sense of self-worth and ego and unrealistic expectations, I can reallocate that money to get me a plane ticket, to get my Airbnb set up in another country, and then I can date over there and handle my business over there. So it's all it is a reallocation of resources. You notice that these women never have a problem when a guy in the United States offers to fly them out. Never. Hey, I met this dude sending me a DM. He wants to fly me to New York. He wants to fly me out to Vegas. They love that. But when you reallocate your resources and say, hey, instead of flying you to me, why don't I just buy my own plane ticket and go to Colombia or Medellin or Cartagena or Brazil? Why would I do that? I could buy my own plane ticket and leave. They don't like it. You're broke. Okay? Now, I also want to say this as well about the United States, since I'm on pause. You got to listen to this. You have to understand, in the United States, there's something that we call a talent pool. And you can draw a comparison between a liquidity pool in the stock market, right? What is the most important thing of an exchange? The exchange has deep liquidity. All right, that way you can transact and you won't have any issues. Deep liquidity. All right. In the dating market, you have a talent pool. And in places like Africa, where there's a huge abundance of young people, and even in South America, you have a huge talent pool of women. Okay? In the United States, I would say the talent pool is very shallow. It's like a 5-foot pool. You can get in there, but you're going to hit the bottom. There's attractive women there, but the talent pool isn't that deep. You can hit the bottom if you work hard a little bit, right? The talent pool in Brazil and Colombia and a lot of these other countries is like 100 feet deep. 100 feet deep liquidity pool that refreshes itself. The top 2% of women refresh themselves in between 48 and 36 months. So you're going to leave and come back. It's going to be a fresh crop of fresh baddies. You don't get that in the United States. So beauty to dollar ratio, understand it, and also understand the top 2% of baddies refresh themselves every 48 to 36 months. It might even be less than that in real. It might be 12 months. You leave and come back a year later, it's going to be a whole new crop of baddies.
Used to ejaculate prematurely until this. My hubby is ejaculating so fast and we get so anxious about it, it's starting to feel like trauma. Used to be me and my husband.
Real. It might be 12 months. You leave and come back a year later, it's going to be a whole new crop of baddies.
I expect so many men got mad at me. I was surprised that I got is, and you're never going to change my mind about this, currency for women is looks and beauty, and currency for men is regular currency, like money. The society that men built for us, doesn't matter if a woman doesn't have any money, but if she's pretty, she's going to be able to get ahead in life, right? But if a man is ugly and he works hard, he has money, he's going to be able to get ahead in life, like find a wife. So instead of this man working harder to afford the woman that he wants to have in the United States, he cheapened out. He went the cheap route and then went to another country to find a girlfriend.
Ma'am, you're from Mexico. She's from Mexico, bro. And to be fair, she ain't ugly. Ma'am, your family literally came from Mexico to the United States. So you got a problem when you say, look, I want to go to the source. I'm an American gangster. I'm on my Denzel type stuff. I'm trying to go to the source of the product. That's the mindset that a lot of you brothers got to have in 2025, going into 2026. What is the source? Because I'll be going on Instagram. I'll be seeing all these beautiful girls in the United States. Beauty, baddie, a bad Vietnamese chick in California. So instead of going crazy and liking all her pictures and trying to follow her and trying to DM this one girl in California, I would just go to the source. On some Frank Lucas type stuff. You like Hispanic women, you like Mexicans, and you have the means, go to the source. I guarantee you can find something like this in Mexico all over the place. But according to her, if you wise up and you get smart about it, and you take the smart way out, because it ain't the cheap way, it's the most logical way. Because, like I said before, why doesn't Apple manufacture iPhones in the United States? Why? Because they figured out, hey, we can become a multi-trillion-dollar company if we manufacture the iPhones in China. We can pay them less, they work hard, and we can increase our profits. People don't like me saying that, but it's kind of the same in the it's kind of the same in the dating market as well. It's like, yo, you can go to these other countries. You can get a woman that is way more cooperative, that doesn't ask for crazy stuff like they do in the United States. Don't be popping up at the mouth all the time, thinking they're better than what they really are. All of the crazy surgeries, all this type of stuff. Fresh. Why would you bother? That's kind of how it is. This is what we call late. We're in the late stages right now of capitalism in the United States. And it's starting to bleed itself into the dating market as well. A lot of women are overweight. We see women on these podcasts talking crazy. She's literally obese. If you do a BMI index, you know what I'm saying? Talking crazy. And you guys allow it. But anyway, that's just something for another video. But this shorty is, I like that. I'm feeling this. But again, her mouth is crazy. Let's go back.
Which is totally fine for him, right? The thing is, the men in the comments were coming at me for saying that I expect this kind of stuff for men in the United States. This girl and I are the same thing. She's expecting nice things too. She expects her man to lashes, nails, get her flowers, take her on amazing dates. The only difference between her and I, or women in the United States and her, is that these men are able to afford her. They don't have an issue with her wanting those things. They have an issue with the fact that they can't afford it in the United States.
They can afford it in the United States, but they're looking at the beauty to dollar ratio and they're saying, hey, this does not make any sense. Why am I spending $150 for you to get your hair and nail, to get your pedicure and manicure done, your gel nail stuff? Why am I doing that when I can literally have a chick in Brazil and Colombia, she gets her pedicure done and it costs $8. Her manicure and pedicure is $8. Like, why would I do that? It does not make it, the math does not math. And then a lot of time, and then the woman in Colombia, she's gonna be way more appreciative of it too. So what are we talking about? The beauty to dollar ratio is terrible in the United States, guys. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna get better.
can ship it out and do it in other countries. They were calling me all these slurs, saying that I'm an HOE, that I'm a gold digger. And her and I date the same. We date the same type of men that we want providers, do things for us, like taking us to nice dinners, pay for our nails, like take care of us and be a provider. But you guys are mad at me because you can't afford it in the United States. But
there you go. And you can't afford it. You can't afford it. You're broke. You're broke. You're broke. Apple can afford to manufacture iPhones in the United States. They can afford it. They're a multi-trillion-dollar company. But would it be wise? That's the question. Will it make the shareholders happy? That's the question. We can afford it, but why? And there's nothing wrong with what she's asking for. Hey, I want a guy that can pay for my hair and they want to do all that stuff. But they never ever talk about what they're going to do for it. What can they provide? I am the table. Don't ask me that question. It's like, you know what, we out of here, bro. We out. Vote with your wallet. I'm telling you, this is why a lot of people are upset with passport votes, because for the first time, you can actually vote with your wallet and say, no, I'm not gonna pay for this. I'm about to get on a plane, and I'm gonna work on getting my business set up, or I'm gonna work on a remote job. I can say no. This is what they don't like because there's nothing they can do about it. There's no kryptonite for the passport bros. Can't do nothing. What you gonna do? Shame them on the internet? They don't care.
$48,000 in 24 hours, part 2. There's this new debt program that allows you to get a loan up to $100,000.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing they can do. You have women upset with passport bros. You have all shades and colors. And you have black men who are on podcasts and making rap songs about passport bros. Black Thought. He was talking crap about passport bros. You never hear any, you know what's funny? You never hear about any Indian guys getting upset with passport bros talking ish. You never hear from white people, white guys. It's only women and black men, which shows you that the black community is a matriarchy. But that's a subject for another video. Anyway.
Are able to do it in Thailand or Vietnam, right? Like $80 is not a lot of money. $80 is what I spent on like a lazy Wednesday night where like my mom and I are like, hey, do you want to go get some tacos and like margaritas or something? And we go and spend $100 on it. It's like we're going in sweatpants and like a t-shirt. Like that's like $80 is like, it's not like it might be a big thing for you, but for a lot of people in the United States, it's kind of an average, regular meal out. It's not like a big fancy meal. They're not going over there to date women that are working hard and paying 50-50 and they're like manteniéndolos a ellos. They're going over there to do the same things they would do in America, but they can't afford it, so they go to another country to do it.
No. Then she keeps talking about they can't. So, and you know what? Deep down inside, she knows these men can afford it. Otherwise, she wouldn't be making this video. Man, you mean to tell me that he can afford to buy his plane ticket, he can afford to take off of work, he can afford to get an Airbnb in another country and date the women there, but he can't afford to pay for your nails and your margaritas? She knows the truth, but she's not happy with the truth. So instead of acknowledging that this is dating, the dating market is a global marketplace now, instead of acknowledging that and changing up your strategy and gaining some understanding of how everything is being played now, you just get on the internet and just shame.
I don't understand why I'm a gold digger and why women in the United States are gold diggers. They want the same things. It's just that you are able to afford it there and you're not able to afford it here.
And so the problem is, I believe that a lot of men, I don't believe that off of that premise that she's a gold. I think the problem is that the social trust in the United States has been broken. The social trust is broken. So men go out on these dates Men pay for the hair and pay for the nails. They do all of these things, but they don't get anything of value in return. You have women online, I'm not going to play it in this video, but you have women online who are literally saying, look, I don't even want to see you. I just want you to send me some money and leave me alone. They're looking for a phantom ATM machine. A ghost ATM that just the money just comes into their account on their cash. They ain't gotta talk to the guy, they ain't gotta meet the guy, spend time with him, they ain't gotta do nothing. I believe that she may do some things, but it ain't gonna be anything close to what a woman in Colombia is gonna do or a woman in Brazil is gonna do. And you gotta listen to her and hear her out. You ain't got time for that.
And if a conventionally unattractive American woman was saying, oh, I can't find a good-looking man to want to date me, so I'm going to go to another country, I'm going to pay him to go out on dates with me, and whatever, you guys would be coming at for that woman. You can't find nobody in the United States who she...
Man, you have women doing that now. You have CNN articles, you have the New York Times articles, you have women going to France and Italy, the Caribbean, dating guys in those countries. Nobody cares. But that's the thing, man. Nobody cares. Nobody. Because we know the truth. So if you want to go overseas and date these other men, we know it ain't gonna last very long because we know they ain't paper out. And eventually you're gonna run yourself back to the United States because the dudes go crazy paper like that, they ain't gonna be one.
And inspiring seeing
it ain't happening. It ain't happening in Africa either. You go to Africa, you go to the motherland, it ain't happening. You're going to be expected to pay 50-50 in Europe, especially as an American woman. Yes. So we already know the truth. You go over there, you do whatever you want to do.
This one should be a great one. Hi, everybody. I'm John Hessler with Kirk Street and Aaron Andrews. Nice to have you along with us.
And because she's not pretty, she's not a much attractive woman. So just admit that you're broke and you guys can't afford to date the types of women you want to date here. Because I'm sure there's a lot of women who would date you, they'll probably split bills with you, but that they're not as attractive as you might want them to be. But it's because you're not able to afford really attractive women. So the problem isn't women in the West are asking for too much. It's that you're not able to afford it. So you go do the same exact things that women in the West are asking for and do it in a price that you are able to afford. And just admit that women in the West don't have a problem with you doing whatever you want to do because we're not able to date broke bums.
But just damn, you spend 5 minutes talking about these broke guys. You know they talk. You know a lot of these women, bro. Like you pay attention now. They're always talking about broke. Always. These guys are broke. These guys are broke. They get so angry because they know the truth. These guys are broke. These dudes are papered up. They got 401ks, mutual funds, index funds, crypto, passive income stream here, passive income stream there. They know you got the paper. They just know that they can't get it and they're gonna shame you. They're gonna instead of putting the work in and giving the guy what he wants in exchange, you want to shame him. That's all.
Would do it if you were actually rich in the United States country just because you can't afford it here.
Okay, so we already know the truth. We can't afford it. We're just not gonna go along with your pool. He will get folded up. I'm just gonna say that all question without even a question, bro. Yeah, but I think a lot of brothers would say, hey, she's cute. It's a baddie, but you know what I'm saying?
Stop eating like a Shamino.
Like, you know what I'm saying? No gym. Like this is what you're getting in the United States. No gym activity, no cardio, just running her mouth. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got time for that. They don't like the competition overseas. They don't like the competition overseas. Okay. And like I said, go with your wallet.
Being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Go with your wallet. Go with your time, money, resources, and I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing they don't like. They don't like when you make YouTube videos and when you make TikTok videos. I was on your hat. When you post threads, you post on X. They don't like when you're happy, bro. When they see you in Colombia and you got a smile from ear to ear and you look like you in a daze, you look like you had a crazy euphoria, they don't like it. They don't like it. I can tell you about one night. And we gonna get out of here. So yesterday,
Questionable call. At least they're mixing up their offense a bit and trying to keep the defense on their toes.
And one of my partners that came out here, my homie, he left me some gas. Okay, left me some gas. So me and Shorty rolled up. And just whatever strain this is fire. We have like the crazy mellowed out, and what movie were we watching? I don't remember. We were watching. I don't remember. What movie was it? Anyway, it wasn't ready. She got folded up on the counter. Like, all right, we had a Dominican woman who is not happy with the passport bros, and she said, y'all ain't special. So we're going to go through her rant. We're going to dissect this. We're going to do the best that I can. And you guys tell me, is she making any points or is she a hater? All right, but before we do that, you guys know my Patreon was suspended about 7 months ago, and I created my own website called Phantasm. The latest video, my boy got his pockets ran in Brazil. We got 38 comments in there. People are going over that. I have some more heat coming as well because there's more to the story that I just got this morning. So yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on out here in Brazil. Also, you guys can see in the description box, my Discord is there. It's free to join. But we got to get to this Dominican real quick. We have to get to this, okay? Passport bros ain't special. 4 women have been told about y'all since they're children. So this is, before I even get started in this, let me just say this, bro. I've had a crazy week, by the way. My air conditioner just went out. I have a guy that sticks with me, replacing it. I got the flu. Okay, so I'm running a flu game right now. I'm super nauseous. I went on a date with a chick that I was really trying to, that's like the #1 pick, all right? And we literally had to cut the date short because I was about to throw it. So, crazy week. Anyway, you guys don't care about me. Let's talk about her, okay? Because let me say this real quick. These women always try to give passport bros advice as if we ask for it. Benjamin,
have you been flossing? No, it's too much work. Is that okay? I use TheraBreath, which is this video's sponsor.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
I guess I'll just have to do a deep cleaner.
What? But their mouth is dirty.
No, please, you know the drill. I'm sorry, it's just...
When you don't floss, you pay the cost.
Wait!
Mouthwash, TheraBreath. It's alcohol-free.
It's not fair.
It fights bad breath for 12 hours. No. Try to find something to clean out, you breathe it.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to Taylor Brands. Just go to their site, enter your LLC state, choose your business name, answer a few questions, and that's it. Now your business has tax flexibility and personal assets. Plus, it's approved by the state. And it took you what? 3 months? As business owners, you can't waste any time. That's the advantage of using Taylor Brands. They get you your time back. Taylor Brands handles everything from forming an LLC, your EIN, opening a business bank account, taxes, and bookkeeping, your registered agent, and business stuff. All in one platform for business. Search for Taylor Brands and start your business journey today.
Nobody has asked for your advice, by the way, but we're gonna let her rock and we're gonna let her cook. And I'm gonna have to stop her because I'm gonna get you. Okay? Let's go.
People aren't saying it enough, and if you are, say it louder and say it again. The men that come to these foreign countries, que creen que están acabando, creen que son papi shampoo. Y'all come to the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, you go to the continent of Africa, and y'all think y'all special because women are cooking and cleaning and hanging on to every word you say and being submissive is because you're special. You're fucking not.
Hold on. So she's saying, hey, I do not believe any passport bro has ever said they are special. That has never come out of anybody's mouth. What we have said though was the experience is special. The return on investment that we get when we go overseas and date women outside the US, that's special. But we understand it's the culture. We understand that a lot of women in the West, they have unrealistic expectations and there's no ROI. So really the only thing these women can do is shame you online for it. And this is a Dominican woman who moved to the United States. So she got out of her quote unquote poverty in Dominican Republic. Now she's in the United States. Now she's like, oh, these passport bros are going to the DR and having a good time. Now she's angry. Okay? Anyway.
The culture is because we are taught, it's ingrained into the minds of little girls since they're 4, since they can talk, to be your slave.
To be that. Nobody is. So these women aren't taught to be slaves. See, this is what happens. And a lot of brothers are getting upset with the women in the Dominican Republic because they seem to be the most, they just going left at the moment. Nobody was raised to be a slave. What happened was this woman was raised one way. She got to the United States and she wanted to be Miss Independent, and now she thinks that her traditional values that her mother had and her grandmother had is slavery.
Why you're coming to these countries, and a lot of y'all are exploiting children. Let's keep it a B.
So let's keep it a B, ma'am. That's not true. Okay, they always want to throw the lowest common denominator in there. Most dudes who be going overseas, to be fair, don't even really be getting the baddies. They be getting the slot tops, especially you bros. A lot of bros aren't even getting baddies. Y'all getting the washed up ones. So they ain't. So the passport bros for sure aren't looking for children. That's just her attempt to lump you in a group. You know what I'm saying? That's her attempt to do that. And a lot of times too, especially with these westernized women, when you say kids, they think an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 21-year-old is a kid. She's still a kid. Full adult, allowed to drink, can join the military, but she's still a kid. That's your Western woman, by the way.
Leaving broken homes behind. Not just that, but you're leaving your diseases behind. You come to America.
Now you got a disease. So you got a disease, which she does not work for the CDC. Okay, she's not privy to your HIPAA information. Okay, she doesn't. She has no access to any data or statistics. But her default is you're spreading diseases. You are going with underage folks, and the women are slaves. Okay, put this all together. I'm telling you, bro, they are crashing out in the United States because you are living your best life. This is a crash out. This is a classic crash out because they can't do anything about it. Because what you're doing is legal. If you want to go overseas and you want to have a good time, lead it where it may. They don't like it. They don't like. So here's the thing about it too, by the way. Men have been traveling, going overseas, finding wives since the beginning of time. We had male order brides in the 80s and 90s. Nobody had a problem. The problem came was when Black guys have started doing it, and you guys know how we are. We're braggadocious. People get angry when they see us happy. Something about Black men triggers a lot of people. That's why you see people in Japan. You got Japanese dudes interviewing Japanese women, asking them about black men. Would you date a foreigner? Would you date a black man? Because they know it's going to trigger people on the internet. Bro, I was literally walking down the street Sunday, and a woman approached me and asked to do an interview about American women versus Brazilian women. And she's not even Brazilian. She was from Colombia. So everybody trying to cash in on asking black men and putting black men under the microscope and trying to see what they do because it gets people angry. I don't know. Somebody please help me understand why. I believe because they don't like they like to see you down. But when they see you up and they see you happy, it's a problem.
You got PrEP, you got PEP, you got all type of medications y'all can take so y'all can be clean, so y'all can be safe to be with. But instead, y'all have burned everybody in your towns, everybody in your cities,
Bro, do we gotta pull up the CDC statistics? Man, then the last time we look at this, they literally had a syphilis epidemic in the United States in Houston with all the black women sleeping with the same man. They ran out of antibiotics. They ran out of penicillin. That's how bad it was.
Yo, CEO, Joey. I heard the competition finally matched our 2,000x multipliers on better. Unacceptable. I want 10,000x right now for our users. I said no! Give all your new users a free $10 while you're at it too. Step it up. 10,000 times your money on better picks, all NFL season long. Download it now. Download the Better app today and get a free $10. Plus, earn up to a $200 bonus on your first deposit.
You're going to want to hear about the Unlimited Essentials plan with Google Fi Wireless. It's just $60 a month for 2 lines. And you know we love a budget-friendly moment. It's got what you need to stay connected all over the U.S. Do you get unlimited data, calls, texts? Yes, yes, and yes. Does it play nicely with smartwatches? Yes. Full connectivity, even if you leave your phone at home. Plus, you get the innovation and security of Google in a phone plan. You can sign up right here. See ya.
Okay? So what are we talking about? But this is a projection. And you guys, speaking of which, hold on, let me move my camera too, by the way. Look, if you look on here on the comment section on the side, you can see you got some bad spells in it too. Expose it for being tricks and selling dreams. A trick and selling dreams. What dream are you selling? And she said, we'll do expose it for being selling dreams. Okay? Keep that on the shelf.
In your country that you get your hands on, and then you come to our foreign countries and you do the same effing thing. And then these women don't have that much life experience, so you fill her up with a bunch of lies. Just so you can break her down.
What? So, hold on, first of all, what lies are these men telling? Somebody put it in the comment section. What lies are these guys telling? Because to be honest with you, I be telling them what's real out here. I can't say what I want. I can't say what I be telling them out here.
EA Sports and ESPN bring you this exciting college football game.
But I don't believe I don't think these guys are going overseas and telling lies.
Today's game's presented by Spark.
You give it each money.
What you can measure, you can improve. Our matchup is between
$300 a month is max. You guys are embarrassing, and don't think that a lot of women aren't in cahoots and they know what you guys are up to. A lot of them are.
A lot of them are up to it, and a lot of them are signing up for it because it's a better option than what they have. You talk to a lot of women here, and you talk to a lot of women in a lot of these countries. everything we tell you, they're putting into it. I was in the Air Force for 2 years. No matter where we went, the military dudes were at the top of the food chain. Okay, we were different, we were disciplined, we got first and 15 every month, we always had a car, and we had a place to stay. We had all of our basic needs and then some were met. That's why a lot of these dudes in the military be getting married to having four wives. Filipinos, Japanese, Russian, women from Eastern Europe, Romanian. My boy married a Romanian, my cousin married a German chick. My brother has a girl from Poland. Like, I have a harem in Rio. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about? Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything. It's all about options and choosing what they want.
Because since we're little children, the little girls are being told about you guys. What port you guys are arriving at, what airport you guys are at. Yeah, they're being told everything about y'all.
That's good. And a lot of the thing is, they're getting told about it and they're getting excited about it.
Even some grow up in very religious households, but because of they get into sex work, and you guys take advantage of that.
How do we take advantage of it, man, but it's legal in these countries? That's what I don't understand. Like, you have women selling box in Colombia. You have women selling box in Europe. You got women selling box in Dominican Republic. If you are so concerned about women selling box, why don't you make it illegal? Why don't you go to your politicians and go to your senators and say, judges, hey, please, we need to make this illegal. We need to punish the people who are selling box. But you never hear them say that. You also never hear her say or criticize the Dominicans. Why aren't you talking to the Dominican men and saying, hey, why are we allowing our women to sell box? Why don't we make it illegal? You never see that. But when a passport bro goes to the Dominican Republic and overspends by a factor of 5 on a piece of box, she got a problem with it. Okay? Because you ain't spending the money on her. That's really what it boils down to, bro. These women aren't happy that you are taking your money and going somewhere else. That's what it's all about. You are taking your, and I love it. It's beautiful because I'm telling you, in order for things to change, you have to vote with your wallet.
Let's keep it real. You guys aren't special. You guys are lame ass guys that disrespect the women in your countries, have low emotional IQs. And then you come over there hoping that the disconnect of the language is what's going to save you from having a deep conversation. And all you got to do is provide money.
I think, honestly, to tell you the truth, ain't nobody looking, nobody's going overseas looking for a deep conversation. I don't understand what these women's fixation is with deep conversation. I don't want to have any deep conversations, bro. I don't think any guy say, hey man, I want to go to Japan and sit down and have a deep conversation. Nobody's trying to talk. I'm not. I keep conversations short. We ain't got time for that talk. Now I'll talk to you guys because you guys are here to listen to me speak. Okay? And I'm always here to try to put you guys on game, show you what's what or whatever. And you guys support me and we have some mutual there. But I'm not going to Japan to sit down and talk. I'm not in Brazil to chatty patty. I told you guys about Crazy Red. Crazy Red came over here about 2 weeks ago and she wanted chatty patty on the couch. Talk. And because I wasn't talking to her, she called her mom. And then she talked her mom's ear off. And then she called one of her friends on FaceTime. These females be loving to talk. I don't feel like talking.
They'll only use a single value.
Be cash back on everyday purchases and double credit safely. Bring a deal. Get the new child card today.
They utilize a lot of that was textbook coverage by the defense. That's exactly what you want to do on every single pass always happen.
There'll be no record of death. Richard Roper will remain a missing person. And you, Josephine, will be no more.
I spent years creating you anew. It's time you get back
From
on the
their
field.
own 15-yard line. Second down.
Teddy is someone who was into killing me. Richard Roper's tools. Letting British intelligence tell me.
There's your chance to be a snake in there, Kombat. Welcome to Columbia.
You want to talk first, or shall I?
This is such a big morale. This is a really nice way to grab the football and take it to distance. They'll go right forward in this situation. The Tigers will use their first time out of the half.
I have 5 questions with you.
They're going to call their final timeout. So the pitcher's going to stay on the sideline. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion.
Genetically dishonest.
On the 5-6.
Chance to name the little investors, the politicians, the whole rotten bunch. You guys watching this? Where's Johnson Pine?
This offense has got to try to pull it all together now after the fumble cost them 6 points.
I talk a little bit. I talk on YouTube, but this is have a talk about what? Talk about what?
I'm not saying every guy that travels is a piece of shit. I'm not saying that. A lot of them, you know, aren't.
They're trying to paint, listen to me, by the way. They're trying to paint every dude who travels as a piece of crap. I see it on Threads. I see it on X.com. Any guy who travels, if you go on Twitter, if you go on Threads and you make a thread saying, hey man, excuse me. Hey, I went to Kenya and I had a great time. The people were nice and the people were friendly and that's beautiful. Oh, you're a passport, bro. Oh, you went over there to fuck the women. Like, bro, I get brothers. You got some guys who never even heard about passport, bro. They just look in the country and want to explore. Now, they don't even care if you're a passport or not. They're just going to do anything they can to demonize you because the artist got out that day. I can stretch my dollar somewhere else. I don't gotta tolerate this type of stuff.
Dudes too. There's been a lot of decent dudes that go and they treat the women right and they actually know the language and they know the culture and they love the country and they love the people. Yeah. But some people
and the dudes who do all of that, what she's saying, they clapping cheeks too. Let's keep it a buck, bro. Let's keep it a buck. You can go to a country, you can enjoy the people, you can enjoy the culture, you can go sightseeing. So this is basically what they say. Hey, you as a male, you can go to Dominican Republic. You can go to some of the cultural events. You can go shopping. You can go to the nice restaurants. You can take pictures. You can go surfing. You can do all these different things. That's totally fine. But if you smack up and fold up a Dominican on the couch watching Jason Bourne, now we got a problem.
But the offense will stay on the field. They're going to try to attempt the 2-point conversion to take the lead.
You watching a Bourne ultimatum clapping those cheeks.
Just end up going down that route. You guys end up hanging out with these weird ass dudes. You start linking up with other American dudes and then going on these little side quests to hook up with these women. and leave behind broken homes and diseases. A lot of y'all think you're so special. You want to know if you're special? Go through her kick messages. Go through her WhatsApp messages.
Hey, nobody's going through any message, by the way. Crazy Red trying to get through my phone. I know you guys have already. I told her she like, there's some sneaky stuff. Sneaky over here. I'm never going through any female's phone. I don't know any passport bros, any dudes who travel that are going to look and goes through a woman's phone because we have so many options. I don't got time to be going through your phone. I don't care.
Go to work. The 14.
I don't care. Okay? Go through her phone. I don't think anybody cares. As long as she does what I ask her to do while we're together, she can do whatever she wants to do. Now, to be fair, you do have a lot of guys. You guys, there's some guys that do get attached. I had the situation happen to me in my first trip to Thailand. I got emotional, I got attached, but I woke up quick. Most men do.
Facebook messages. You think you're so special? Let's see if you're not one of the many dudes that she's talking to survive. Let's see. Let's see. You guys are wondering how you're bringing women from different countries and these women are leaving you for a busboy or a dude that drives an Uber or a dude that's doing way better than you. And she's not just so brainwashed by your visa and your pee-pee. You're wondering why? It's because, once again, it's about culture. It's about tradition. It's not about love.
And hold on, by the way, man, we used to have traditions in the United States. We used to have these things in the United States, but like everything with capitalism has changed everything. I've told this 100 times already. Right? There's a reason why Apple doesn't manufacture iPhones in the United States. There's a reason why Detroit, the Motor City, as it used to be, is no longer exists, and all the parts are sourced globally. All right, it's called geo arbitrage. It's called high ROI. It does not make sense for Apple to manufacture iPhones in the United States because they're going to have to pay people a lot more. They're going to do a lot less work. They're going to ask for all of these benefits. They're going to unionize. They're going to do all of these different things. So Apple just say, you know what? We're just going to build factories in China. And we're going to build an 8-lane highway to the factory. That way we can get stuff in and out.
If they commit too many.
I got this.
1st and 10. Ball on the 12.
6 on that. That's what they're going to be.
We live in a world where criminals walk free and a justice system bogged down by red tape and human error. With mercy, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence with access to every camera, cell phone, and database. If you commit a capital crime, you have 90 minutes to prove your innocence to an AI judge, or you will be executed.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court.
Hold on, just wait a second.
You're before this court today and charged with the murder of your wife.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
If you are innocent, prove it.
I need to go off the scene. Oh, I got something here. We gotta go old school. That's a bomb. Get me out of here!
You're running out of time.
Wow, thank you for that. Bring that back. Pause. Play it again. Can you find out who that is?
Do you want to uncover the truth? Even if the truth is dark.
killed my wife.
I think there's more that you're not revealing.
Here's the extra point in the next 2-score game.
I don't. Nobody complains about that because if we're making iPhones in the US, there'll be 3,000, 5,000. It's the reality. So a lot of guys are looking at the same situation and saying, "Hey, well, in other countries, the women have much lower expectations." You have drop dead gorgeous baddies out here in Brazil at the gym wearing bobos. Going to like you would never see women in the US ever get caught dead wearing some busted knockoff no-name brand tennis shoes. You got baddies in Brazil and other countries who literally shop in the street for clothes. Dude just pops up and they sell the cheap dresses. And that's where they go shopping. But you would never see women in the US do that. They gotta go at anything. They go to Marshall, they go to Walmart. That's the lowest they go. But they ain't going to Walmart like that. Okay? You take some of these chicks to Walmart in Brazil, you take them to Walmart, it'd be like going to Disneyland. It's all about perspective, man. So a lot of dudes are like, you know what? We can splurge and we can take care of women overseas and we can do it for a lot less and a higher ROI. And everybody's happy. She's happy, I'm happy. And that's what it's gonna be.
Culture and tradition, completely different things. Sácate eso de la cabeza. You're not special. And I'm telling you right now, even though I'm American, my heart is foreign. And I do not care. I'm one of the people that do not care if you come back and have my back. Like, unless you're my friend and I know that you're traveling.
So now she wishes, she says, if you get shot up in the DR, she don't care. So you're a fellow American and you don't care if another fellow American gets shot up in the United States, in another country. Bro, there are chicks on TikTok right now who anytime anything happens to any passport, bro, they can't wait to create a video about it. We got one guy got drugs. That is it. They're so happy. That's crazy. This reminds me. Remember when Kevin Samuels passed away and how many people celebrated and were happy? How many females were happy? Remember when Kobe Bryant died? I'll never forget that. When Kobe Bryant died, he had a lot of sisters out there kind of celebrating the death of Kobe Bryant because he had all that money and he didn't give it to the black community. So a lot of these women a lot of these women wish you were dead. That's how angry they are with you traveling. They were angry with Kevin Samuels.